गुड इवनिंग फ्रेंड्स। आज हम सेल्सफोर्स में अपेक्स के कुछ इंट्रो क्वेश्चन देखते हैं जो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चंस हैं। तो क्वेश्चन स्टार्ट करते हैं फ्रेंड्स। बैच अपेक्स, व्हाट इज अ बैच अपेक्स इन सेल्सफोर्स? Batch apex is a use to the process large set of the data asynchronously is smaller batch to the avoid governor limits. Next question is, when would you see you use batch apex instead of the other apex methods? Batch apex is used when you need to the process large data set over 50,000 records and need to the bypass the asynchronous executions time limit. Next questions, explain the execution flow and batch apex. The execute methods is a call for the each batch of records and the finish methods is a call after all batch are processed. Next questions, how do you specify the batch size in the batch apex? The batch size is automatically determined by Salesforce, but you can specify the batch size using the optional scope parameters in the database execute batch methods. Next questions, how can you handle errors in the batch apex? You can implement the database, raise the expectations interface and the handle expectations using try batch catch block in the execute methods. Next questions, Queueable Apex. Apex is Queueable Apex in Salesforce. Queueable Apex is used to perform the asynchronous processing of the complex or long running the operations by the adding them to the Apex job queue. Next questions, what are the advantage of the Queueable Apex over the batch Apex? Queueable batch Apex has a more flexible execution flow and does not have a limitation on the number of the records and can be the chain for the complex process. Next questions, can you call a Queueable Apex class from a batch Apex class? Yes, you can call Queueable Apex class from a batch Apex class to the perform the additional processing after the batch Apex complete. And next questions, what is the schedule Apex in Salesforce? Schedule Apex allow you to schedule Apex class to run at a specified time or interval. Next question, how do you schedule an Apex class? You can schedule an Apex class by using the system schedule methods by using the Salesforce user the interface. Next questions, can you schedule the multiple instance of the same Apex class? Yes, you can schedule the multiple instance of the same Apex class with the different schedule times and intervals. Next questions, how do you handle the expectation in the schedule the Apex? You can handle the expectation in the schedules Apex by the using try catch block in the execute methods features methods. Next questions, what is the features method in the Salesforce? Feature method is used to the run log running the operations asynchronous in the separate thread, allowing the after the code and contain the execution. Next questions, what are the limitation of the feature methods? Feature methods have limitations such as not being able to the call them strong triggers limitation the call out limit and not being able to the perform the DML operation on the non-setup object. Next questions, can you the call figures methods from Visual Force page? Yes, you can call the feature methods from the Visual Force page, but you can need to the ensure that is the method is automated the with feature call out the true for the callouts. Since are based questions and you need to the update large number of the records with complex logic with the Apex features would you see and why? I would I would use batch Apex because it allows the processing of large data set of the bypass as long as the execution the limit. Next question. You have a long running operation that is a make a call out to the external system which Apex features would you the say would you use and why? I would use Queueable Apex because it is a supporting long running the operation and the asynchronous the call out. Next questions. You need to the perform the requirement task every day at a specific time. Which Apex features would you see would you use and why? I would use schedule the Apex to the schedule the task to run at a specified time every day. Next questions. You have a complex logic that is a required multiply asynchronous the operation to be the executed in the specific orders. Which Apex features would you use and why? I, I would use the queryable Apex and chain the operations together, ensure that is the required order of executions. You need to the make a call out to the external system from the triggers. Which Apex features would you see use and why? Answer is would use features methods because it is allow you to making the call out the asynchronous from the triggers and does not have a call out limitations. There's a question that cover virus Apex as picked of the batch Apex, curable Apex and schedule Apex features methods and separate. Remember, provide the data sensor include the relevant sensor based at the you are the understanding of the concept. Asynchronous Apex and sensor based questions and how can you the perform and call out to the external API asynchronous in a Salesforce? You can use two feature methods of the queryable Apex to the perform asynchronous call out to the external API Salesforce. Next question, what is the difference between the feature methods and queryable Apex? Feature methods are used to asynchronous the processing, including the call out and have certain the limitation curable Apex provide more the flexible support and complex the processing and can be the kicked for the executions. Next questions, how can you the change multiple queryable Apex job together? You can change the multiple queryable Apex job by the implementing by the queryable interface and using the system queryable methods to add to job to the quit. Uh, Next question, how can you handle the errors expectation in the asynchronous Apex? Asynchronous Apex you can use to try catch block to the handle expectations and use to the add errors methods to the add custom errors and message to the records. Can you perform the DML operation in the feature methods? Yes, you can perform the DML operations or none set up the object in the feature methods and how we are the DML operation on the set up the object are not the allowed. Next questions. How do you make the call out from the Lightning the components and Visual Force stage? You can make the call out from the Lightning components and Visual Force stage by the using the Apex methods like the feature methods and curable Apex and HTTP and call out the move interface for the testings. Next questions. How can you avoid the hitting the callout limitation in the Salesforce? Limit in the Salesforce, you can avoid the hitting callout limit by the using the asynchronous the Apex methods like the global Apex or Apex or fusion methods which have a separate limit from the asynchronous operations. Next question: how do you handle the order of the execution of four multiple asynchronous operations? The order of the execution can be the controlled by the changing the multiple queryable the Apex jobs and using the independent features methods to the ensure execution processing. Next question: how can you the schedule an Apex class to the run at a basic peak intervals? Uh, you can use schedule apex to the schedule and apex class to the run at a specific interval, such as every August day, week, and month. Next question: how do you handle by the governor limit and asynchronous apex? Asynchronous apex has it is one set of the governor limit, and you need to consider this limit when the designing and implementing your the code to avoid the hitting the limit. थैंक यू फ्रेंड्स, आज हमने देखा है और सेल्सफोर्स डेवलपर के कुछ सेल्सफोर्स डेवलपर में अपेक्स जो लैंग्वेज है उसके कुछ इंट्रो क्वेश्चन देखे हैं। ये क्वेश्चन आपको इंट्रो क्रैक करने में हेल्पफुल हो सकते हैं फ्रेंड्स। अगर मेरा चैनल आपको पसंद आता है तो मेरे चैनल को लाइक और सब्सक्राइब करना मत भूलिएगा और मिलते हैं अगली वीडियो में। थैंक यू, बाय बाय फ्रेंड्स, टेक केयर, बाय।